I think like that was just a thing back then. Like I think you had the big three when I was maybe like 16 or 17. It's like Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece were like the three, and you were a fan of one of them. And I think like this would be something I wonder, but I wonder if like the one you started off watching kind of dictated your view and kind of how you went into anime, like it's your introduction. Because I feel like when I watch anime, it has to hit very certain.
Because of the taste you got from Bleach.
I'm wondering if that's like a thing for other people.
I don't know if it dictates it, but I reckon you
Maybe
definitely
not
get
dictate,
influence.
But I think it might influence like how you want to, you know, how you kind of want to be with that.
Your taste.
Yeah, like I think Bleach. It's very. It looks like he looks older than Naruto, obviously, because of the way he's drawn. I think they're probably the same age. The characters, but he looks older than Naruto.
Bleach was definitely like.
It's more serious. Like
it's more like. I don't mean serious in a negative way. It's more edgy.
Yeah, definitely.
They've got cooler like kind of. It's kind of set in the real world, so they're really stylish with the fashion and stuff. It looks very. It's like the cool anime.
And it's got
into.
like the horror
Out of the three,
aspect as well.
it's like quote unquote the coolest. The Bleach.
Yeah.
I know I'm being quiet right now. I guess I'm like. I know that you guys have more to say than me on this.
Yeah, I think like I guess like I tend to like edgier shit, in a weird way, but I don't know. I feel like I'm so picky when it comes to games and anime. Like, but my desires and likes are so different. Like I love Red Dead Redemption, then I also like Pokemon and Persona 5, and then I'll like something random. I don't know, like, I feel like my taste is very different, but I'm also super picky with what I do want to like.
With games, for me, I think my tastes are kind of, like, narrow. When it comes to, like, I think film and, like, animation and stuff like that, they're a lot wider. But when it comes to games, like, I feel like I like quite very specific things. And if it's not that, then I won't like it. For example, like... like one of my work friends actually found it like really kind of surprising. Like she was talking about like I think it was like the new God of War or something. And I was like, you know what? Honestly, like I don't like realistic looking games. I was saying to her like if it was like probably the exact same game but like stylized graphics, like a bit more like cartoony or anime looking, like I'd probably really want to play it, but just because it's realistically rendered, I'm not interested at all to play it. I feel like with graphics, it needs to be like stylized in some way for me to want to play it. And honestly, after playing Persona 5, I feel like it's kind of like a blessing and a curse, because I love the way how it looks and it's so like strong in its art direction, but I feel like after playing it,
it's ruined you.
Every game looks so boring to me now. I don't know. I'm just like, it's not as good as Persona 5.
Yeah, I completely get what you say. I think like with Red Dead, for example, I think the reason I like it is because I played the first one when I was a kid because my brother had it and it had horses in it. Yeah, so I played it and then I loved it. Like, I remember bawling my eyes out at the end, and just playing it for hours. I think like there was a time where I literally stayed at home for a week from school. I don't know how I let my parents let me do it. I don't know if I played sick. I can't remember. Something must have happened where I stayed home for a whole week just to play it, and I barely slept that week. And I remember like. For about 3 hours, there was an area on the map where bears would spawn, and I would literally sit down on my horse, spawn a bear, and I figured out that if you stand the horse on top of the bear, he doesn't do the animation for skinning the bear. It would just automatically do it like very quickly. But bears would spawn over and over in this location non-stop as soon as you killed a bear. So you could spam kill the bears, and you get like, I think it was like $60 for the coat. And I would just plop them on the horse, so many of them.
Yeah.
And I think I spent like hours just, that's very cool.
Yeah, it's like the boat's kind of going down the river, and it's like I think there's some symbolism about it being like carrying you to the afterlife or something.
Oh god, yeah.
Because this whole temple's about like death and stuff. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, so when they announced the second game, I think my brain was like, well, it won't be good as the first, but I'll still love it because, you know. But then I ended up probably loving it more because there's so much detail in it. Like thought process behind it. Like I could see how much care and love went into it, and it was a really good story to me. So I think like the fact that it was a realistic game didn't make me think much like of anything. But when it comes to, like, Persona 5 is so beautiful, like stylistically, especially with the cutscenes, the way they have the animations between the menus.
Yeah, the UI is so cool.
Yeah, that is super impressive to me.
That's really cool. Like,
I've never seen that before.
We were watching like the interview of Masahiro Sakurai talking about it the other day, and like I really agree with him. Like, UI is not something that a lot of games like get creative with. I've never really seen a game get so creative like Persona 5 does with its UI, and it's such a probably like something that's kind of like last on the bucket list for games to like think about, like in terms of like making it seem unique. They usually go for just like what's simple or clear, but Persona 5 goes ham on it, which is so cool.
Yeah, I think the whole point of playing games is because you're just trying to get away in that like, I mean, I know it sounds cliche, but you are just trying to escape, right? That's the whole point. It's escapism. Have a bit of fun, forget like you know, everything that's going on in the world.
Like I played it at like the perfect time. It was like peak lockdown when I played it.
Yeah.
It was a great kind of escape from kind of at the time when I played it, I lived on my own and like away from my friends. I lived in Manchester at the time.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like a lonely period because it was locked down and you couldn't really go out and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like the perfect game for that time when I played it.
Yeah. Well, it exuberates fun. You're kind of hanging out with friends. There's
Exactly,
something
yeah.
very
Like a friendship
real about
simulator.
it, even though it's like got demons and shit in it, monsters and you're summoning.
The characters are written incredibly realistically.
Yeah.
Like the way they talk, everyone talks differently. They have their own style of talking. They feel like
They're all different
real.
as well. They're
Yeah.
not the same. Like.
Yeah.
Also, the cool thing was when they were talking about they intentionally added like errors in the way people speak because it felt more human.
What do you mean? Like people kind of didn't quite get the line right? They would keep it
Like
anyway.
you know how I stumble over my words. Like I don't say things perfectly like a voice actor, like that.
Yeah.
Like I don't enunciate perfectly. People are probably like, I can't tell what Loki's saying. But it's like.
Well, I mean that was said in the Sakurai interview as well. Just look up
That's what I was
Masahiro
saying.
Sakurai
He
Persona 5
said
interview.
that he intentionally added errors in the speaking, like the grammar and all that. But yeah, it's. I think it was the same with Red Dead. It's like I could pretend I was a cowboy and gallop and be on my horse and just nothing mattered outside of it.
Yeah.
Which isn't always the most healthy. I think some games like.
I think it's fine.
I think some games. Yeah.
I think it can go too far, but I don't.
But I think some games with the realism, I do get what you mean when you're saying it's not really. But then again, I like Assassin's Creed, like it's mainly the first few games, like up to Black Flag. I think I was really into Black Flag.
Okay.
It's a completely subjective thing. It's not like
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I can't like explain why.
No, I mean
like
it's
that.
just
It's just one of those things where it's like
isn't it?
if it looks real. Maybe it is like an escapism thing. Maybe it's like I don't feel like I'm escaping because it's too close to reality.
Wow.
Maybe I want it to feel not like reality. Maybe that's what it is. I haven't thought that deeply about it. I just think like I just want it to look like cartoony or animated.
I would say like also I didn't play Persona 5, but I watched Loki play pretty much all of it, and I feel very nostalgic towards it, like the music, the style. I remember I remember being really invested. Pretty much the only stuff I guess I didn't really pay that much attention to was like the mechanics of the fighting and stuff.
Yeah, I was teaching Callum about some mechanics the other day.
Oh yeah, story
I think he was
wise.
too tired to understand.
Oh, then what are you giving it to me for?
Have fun. This was my experience as a kid.
Well, this isn't fair.
I said to my parents, "Help me, help me." Okay, do you want me to? Oh, I think you might actually die if you.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Okay, pause it then.
I think that was the right time to give it to her, Callum.
That was a bad thing to
I only
do.
did that to stress you out. Like in a,
What friend?
a funny way, like not a like a
Not
mean
like
way.
a, yeah. Wait, I don't actually do that.
I wouldn't
Jeez.
have thought ever to
Use
use
fire
that.
against the wood. But I'll tell you a quick funny
I
story
would have
here.
jumped through the hole.
That's what I was trying to do.
When I was a kid, see, there's these two Redeads. And I said
If she
to-
succeeded, she would have been greeted by these guys.
Yeah, and I would have screamed.
when I was a kid, that I never would fight these guys. I would always get either my mum or dad to do it. And I was saying to them, like, I was saying, "Can you kill them for me?" They was like, "Well, I don't see it. There's nothing there." I was like, "Don't you? It's right there. Kill it." And they just pretended they didn't see it.
What?
So, and then eventually, I was just like, "Oh, fine," and I ran up to it and I killed it for the first time.
Wow.
And it was like, that forced me to conquer my fear.
Do you ever have anything like that?
That specific thing.
Like conquering, like
Conquering a fear.
getting so fed up about, like, I don't know, asking for help so that you conquer your own fear.
Hmm.
What's key?
I don't. This is so fucking weird. Like, I don't think I can't think of like a fear that like that I conquered. I don't know.
It probably sounds silly to say that I was afraid of like a enemy in a game, but like
But
when
they're
you're a kid, it's
scary.
yeah.
What do you mean when they're a kid? They're scary to me now.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There was it was kind of scary when I was a little kid. I'd be at the farm on my own. Probably not the best thing to admit. And it was quite scary when it got dark. And the way the farm was set up was like the barn was like in the middle of the long bit of an L. And you'd have to go down, around a corner, and then along like about a path for about 3-5 minutes. And then you'd reach a field. That's where the horses were kept. And at night, I'd have to get them in. So winter, it'd get really dark. And my parents like get home late from work or whatever. So I would have to go get them in on my own, and it was absolutely terrifying. I would usually wait for someone to turn up who had to look after their horses, because it was like a livery farm. I used to do that, but then no one was coming, and it was getting late, and I knew my parents would be back, and they'd be annoyed that the horses weren't in. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna do it. And I was like so scared. I was like, I started running as fast as I could into the darkness.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was really scary. But eventually I did it. I just like, I wasn't scared of the dark itself. I was scared of like
Oh, you got the boss key?
Yeah.
things in the
Oh
dark.
shit.
Are you gonna fight the boss?
No, you are.
No. What? Why?
Because we threw you in with all of them.
But it's such a waste of time giving it to me.
No, we should keep it consistent. You fight the bosses.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh!
Oh no, I didn't even actually want to.
Oh god. Alright, fledglings, you can't get angry because I've been throwing this head first, headlong. It's a drum. There once was a... I don't know the rest of the song.
Drum.
There once was a man who did his hand. His hand was made of the figured. That is fucking horrible. Bongo bongo.
Okay. Okay, that's. I think this might be like,
Okay.
in terms of design wise, probably like the most boring.
Really? It's a decapitated man.
Okay, Callum, this is not good. Okay. I tried.
It
Really
wasn't
hard.
fair at all.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
No, that was cool. It was just for fun. We made a kind of shortcut near the end of the temple that links up with the start of it, so we can quite quickly get straight back onto that boat.
So basically, that farm was a very old farm. I think it was like 70. I don't know, but it was a very old farm. This is what I was told. The little girl was very sick, but she also loved horses. And apparently the father was not a very nice man. And she ended up passing away through like kind of unpleasant means. People have been saying, she lives at the farm that you see it around. I thought it was bullshit. I didn't believe in ghosts. Oh dear.
This sucks.
That was a bit embarrassing. It was cold night. I had the head collars for the horses to go get them. I walked down. I turned a corner. And I saw, clear as fucking day, this little girl in bare feet with a dress. And she was transparent. And she was stroking this horse's head. Oh, and then I dropped everything and screamed. And she turned and she did this I'm gonna like do a little doodle. She did this like scared gesture when she saw me, and then she turned and she ran through the gate and like evaporated into like a cloud of mist. I'm not shitting you. And then my dad saw her too with me, and as we were driving up the road again, it was dark, so we were checking a horse on night. This girl ran across the road. And she was transparent like mist, but she looked like a girl running across the road. My dad actually screamed and like swerved the car and almost crashed the car into the hedge. And that's when we found out the story behind it, because we asked the farmer.
That would like challenge everything I know. If I did.
Yeah, I want to be challenged.
The thing is, like, there's no way I can explain it. Like, I'm not...
Was that a glitch?
No, so the first one gave 3 hearts, the second one gave 1, and then the third one gave none. It's like the more you drink, the less it, like, wants to... It's like, you've had enough.
There's no way I can explain, like, those happenings. Like, I wasn't having visions. That wasn't normal for me.
Oh.
So it wasn't anything like that. Other people were saying they saw her, too.
Okay.
You've never seen a ghost, Riz?
No.